Hello, this is David Kozik, Chief Spiritual Officer and Senior Minister for the Lovemakers Foundation, a hybrid spiritual 501c3 spiritual organization whose purpose is to bring love to the world and help each and every individual on this planet to become love, and also to inspire you, the Lovemakers, you that are truly committed to bringing love to the world, to help you teach love, to be love, and to follow that path to love. Tonight's video, love message, which will be broadcast on Friday, June 14th, I think is a very profound love message. It's called the 7 Love Phases to Spiritual Enlightenment. I think that people in today's society don't necessarily want to be spiritual. And you can't blame anyone because you want to make money. You want to have love. You want to do what you want to do. You love to have free time. You know, whatever it is. As I go around the United States, I see people just doing their thing. That's what it is. You just want to do your thing. But when you look at the essence of the world and the way the world is struggling just to survive, I think that those of you watching this video want an amazing, universal, powerful, spiritual solution to life. And that's what this love message is about. Bell Hooks wrote, "All awakening to love is spiritual awakening." Awaken to love. When you look at love, you're becoming spiritual. When you do anything in love, that's spiritual, isn't it? I've identified 7 phases that are going to help you become love, if that's what you desire. If that's what you desire, you want to go to the highest level of spiritual oneness with all that is, I invite you, and I think we at Lovemakers Foundation invite you to get on that path. But you don't have to go that far, do you? Because love in itself is very powerful, very wonderful. But don't fall in the trap of most people, in my opinion. Learn to give more love and to be loved, because with my experience with deathbed patients and clients, one of the major thing they regretted is not living in love enough and not saying enough about love, not giving enough love. So here are the 7 phases, and I want you to really feel it and look at it and analyze and go to silence, go to prayer, go to contemplation this weekend to think about love and how we can generate love. Now, if we get more than 1,000 views on this video, I'm going to launch into a detailed 7-week sermon program lasting 20 to 30 minutes each on love and how you can achieve each phase. Tonight, I'm just going to brush over them. But phase 1 is awareness. You have to become aware of love, aware of the power of love. Rumi wrote, "You have within you more love than you could ever understand." One of the problems in the world is that the world doesn't understand the true meaning of love, that there are so many different types of love. I think the Greeks identified 8 types of love, from the eros to the agape, the lustful, sensuous love, to the deeper friendship love, love of family. There are 7 or 8 of those. But love has a broad meaning, and we have a tendency to limit our understanding of love to romantic love. But don't get caught in that trap. Love is so much more. Don't limit the definition of love, because love embraces all. That's phase 1. Now, as you're going through these phases, you're going through with contemplation, you're going through with prayer, you're going through with behavior, with words of love. The second phase is to find a passion. The reason I make this the second phase and identified it is because once you have passion for something, you're just loving it. The basic definition of love is a natural attraction. Love is what keeps the universe together, right? Because there's an energy is attracted to one another to form solid material, to form us. When you have a passion for something, you really want to do it, don't you? That passion teaches you how to love, teaches you the qualities of love, because you want to do what you have a passion for. Maybe it is romance. But don't take it personally, because the love has to be in here. Don't rely on another person. But when you have passion for something or someone, it's natural, isn't it? It's powerful, isn't it? It is the solution. And actually, you could stop here. Let's say you're a tennis player like Iga Swiatek. Let's say all she did is love tennis, was number 1 in the world. That has a lot of positive effects, right? If you find something you really love, do it. That will teach you to get on the road and the path to love. But that's only the second phase. But that's a learning experience. It's a process. It's just a phase of love. But as you're going through these different phases of love, you're integrating everything that you've learned, everything that you've felt, everything that's created the wisdom in your life, learning from the heart, etc. The next phase is what I call love action. See love in everyone. Act in love. And when I say that, act with kindness. Act with compassion. Act with a broad swath of your observational power. Seek to understand. But also, acting in love is practice forgiveness. If you can't forgive, learn to forgive people and forgive yourself for your maybe own limited thoughts about yourself or what's happened to you in life, you're going to get stuck right here. You have to learn to forgive. Also, gratitude. Learn to be grateful. Be grateful. Don't learn, be grateful. That's the phase. So once you see love, no matter who it is, there's a spark of love in everyone. And at Lovemakers Foundation, when Deborah and I do coaching and spiritual counseling and prayer work, we see love in everyone, literally. As we're walking here the streets in Vegas, which is where we're broadcasting from tonight, we see love in the homeless. We see love in the police. We see love in the people we work with. We see love in the casinos. We see love in the Red Rocks. Because love is everywhere, and everyone has that love potential. Don't shortchange yourself. So act with love, speak with love. If you have to teach love, if you're ever a parent, teach your children what it means to be loved, what it means to love, to be kind, to be compassionate, to be understanding, to be grateful, to be thankful. Phase 4. So as you can see, we're going up here, but it's integrated. You have that, you've learned what it is to have passion. You've learned what it is to be aware, self-aware of love, and that's really a big one. But now you've learned that there's phase that you have to do something. You have to take some action. Love, can be, defined as action. It's love is both a noun and a verb. The next one is self-love. I won't spend a lot of time on self-love tonight, and for our program tomorrow, of course, but self-love is important. And when I say self-love, we're talking about loving yourself unconditionally. We're talking about loving yourself, eliminating self-judgment, eliminating lack of confidence, eliminating mistrust in yourself. When you have the phase of self-love, you have to learn to trust yourself. You have to just trust yourself. You have to accept yourself for who you are. You have to be yourself. You have to be, what I would call your authentic self. Who are you? And again, you can stop here too in this phase and have a great life. Because once you learn to self-love and you're acting in love and you're passionate and know what passion is and you're aware, you're going to live a great life. But if you want to go on that path further, you have to learn to unconditionally love. You have to love unconditionally. That's where true freedom is. The great philosopher Krishnamurti wrote, "To love is not to ask anything in return, not even to feel that you are giving something. And it is only such love that one can know freedom." To love unconditionally is free. In my own life, I've not had to do that. I've wanted to do it. I have done it. I've unconditionally loved those who have tried to harm me, either purposely or inadvertently. I have learned to love all that is in this world unconditionally. And it is freedom. Because, let me tell you, nothing in this dimension, on this planet, in your life or mine, can actually hurt you. Because when you love or learn to love unconditionally, you are free. All need disappears. All, whatever there is only your spiritual self. So practicing unconditional love is difficult. Jesus made it really difficult when he said, love your enemies. It doesn't make sense, does it? But once long ago, somebody sued me, and I've had a lawsuit or two. But when I've learned to love those who attack me, great things always happen. Either the lawsuit disappears or it gets settled, something happens, or you just move along in life with love. But you forgive. You forgive those even trying to hurt you and take from you. So unconditional love is total freedom. But hey, there's another level, and that's divine love. And that's loving something greater than yourself, completely eliminating your ego. The saints have done it. Buddha did it without an external God, but you have to give it all up to something greater than yourself. You have to, and again, you can become enlightened at this point. There are a lot of saints, but the saints who found divine love, gave divine love, they still had a subject-object dichotomy. So if you're a Christian, for example, you love Jesus Christ, you love God, that's subject-object. You're going to find tremendous happiness, peace, and joy, and community, but you're not going to be integrated with all it is. You're still going to have a subject-object. Divine love is very special, very unique, and very few have a goal of divine love. But if you do, love God, love others, love yourself at your highest level. Ask yourself, who am I? And then finally, there's what I call transformational love. Transformational love is becoming one with all that is. It's becoming love, absolute love, where you integrate totally with God, totally with the universe, totally with all that is. You become part of that. And your identity goes from